Hi, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the second episode of Throne of Reality. It's me, Uruja Altaf, today's host, and a ninth grader of Birla Open Minds International School. Today we have with us a very special guest, Mr. Shiroz. So, as we know, you have been in this field of media more than a decade now, and your expertise are unbeatable. So, where do you think we as a society is being led by this media?
Thank you so much for calling me today. And it's a really good question you started up with where the media is leading us today. First of all, we need to know what media is. Sometimes we have very small definition of media, which is kind of known to you and me, and the people see more of media like the news they say. Now they say the media is the social media. Yeah. But I will be very amazed to know this thing. The media, which is always surrounding our room, is full of media. The mic we are talking about, it's a form of media which is going through the radio. Then we have a TV. We have this very amazing art which is in the room. The books around us, the mobile phone. So even the Snapchat stories, the notification you will get on my phone or on my phone about the war, the breaking news. So this is all form of media which is bombarded throughout and through thin. And the thing you asked me is where the media is leading us. The media is, how should I put it? It's a words are failing me to explain how much important the media is. Media is leading us everywhere. Today, when we are recording this podcast as well, this is going to be a form of media which will be reaching so many people. So what I say or what I believe is media is everywhere, and it will be, and it is the driving force of all the economies, the politics, the education, and whatever you name it, it is the leading force to run that things.
So, we know that media literacy is the ability to know how to use media in a good manner. So, to put it in a real world, we should know about media agency, or we can say agenda setting theory. So, can you explain this?
Again, what I believe, or most of the media educators would be believing, is media literacy is like a LASIK surgery or a glass. Once you have it or once you wear it, you see the world very differently. You have raised a very important question, which is agenda setting theory. This concept is very broad concept. When I talk about agenda setting theory, it's very broad. When we talk about the fake news and the real news and how the news are portrayed currently, it's all based on agenda setting. So a news organization comes up and they puts in the agenda. The current agenda which we are talking about is the war in Gaza, or the Israel and the Gaza conflict. So this is the current agenda which has been put up today, and all the media is working around it. So we have two agendas working right now. When we say there is an argument, and there is always a counter argument to it. For example, when I talk about Gaza and the war, if we talk about two news agencies currently reporting, when we will talk about one which is from the Middle East, when we'll talk about Al Jazeera, and we will be talking about one news agency which is CNN, the Western agency which is talking about it. When we see Al Jazeera has put in the agenda for this war as the Palestine is being subjugated for their rights. They're not getting their rights and they're being bombed by Israel. And the people who are fighting for the rights of Palestine are the fighters. This is the media in the Middle East. But when we talk about the CNN or the BBC, the Western media, how it is portraying this war is they're calling, they're calling Hamas as a terrorist organization. They're not bombing the hospitals or the school. They are bombing the hideouts of Hamas. So again, this is a big term which we got in today, agenda setting, and how the opinions have been formed. Today, I won't say the world has been divided into two parts, but it is 20% of the world which is unable to do anything, and the 80% of the world has a different opinion. So all this opinion, where it came in from, is through the agenda setting. So we put in the agenda and we make up the news around it.
So there's a saying among drug dealers that we should never get high on our own stuff. Similarly, Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates they have banned technology for their children, but they want the whole world to get addicted to it. So what are your opinions regarding this?
Again, I will come on this topic and I would like to tell you, like, we don't have, first of all, we are talking in a room and you asked me a question like, has the Facebook owner asked his kid to not use social media? Again, I will ask you, who told you this? Yeah, again, I will tell you where in the media literacy comes up is the credibility of information which we are seeing online. Most of the things which we see online are not credible, or they could be credible. The credibility needs to be there. Until and unless you and me, we are talking and we say, in the last interview which I saw or I read on the newspaper, the owner of Facebook or the Meta said, my son is not using Facebook, for example, is an example. Then only we can talk about this thing and I can give you opinion. Moreover, when we talk about the organizations or the leaders of current technology, they are not using social media. They are using media. That's why the world knows them. They are using in the perfect way, or the way they can use it so that it is benefiting them. Again, when I talk about technology or we talk about media, again, we are specifically talking about the social media. When I am very productive, my screen time will be 2 hours a day. When I am not productive, my screen time will be 10 hours a day. So who is the driving force me to use the media is not the organization owners who have made this platform. It's me who is unable to manipulate my own ideas. If I'm very busy whole day and working, I rarely would have time to sit on Instagram and scroll the memes and see the reels in. So again, it is not a drug, I will say. Media can't be a drug. Whenever we relate this terminology, like the comparison which we draw earlier is the drug dealers and the drug, it couldn't be like that. Media is a part of life.
So should children be taught media literacy in schools at a young age?
Of course, yes. I will say the children should be learning media literacy way before they come to school. I feel you might have kids back home, your younger siblings or your niece or nephew, I should say, or very young people. They are watching some videos, they start crying, you give them the phone, and the children grow and they start using the phone a lot. When I am giving my mobile time to me and I'm watching something on the phone, I should be knowing what are the repercussions, what are the side advertisements coming up, if I open the browser where I can go. Or we talk about the Cartoon Network. You go on the Cartoon Network site and you watch cartoons for some time. But during the cartoons, there are advertisements going on. How the cornflakes became the staple food in the morning and what biscuit brands are coming into your kitchen is all driving from the media which you're watching on the TV. For example, we are watching cartoons for 1 hour and in between we have a break of 30 minutes. No, it's not 30 minutes too much, I said. It's a 15-minute break, sir. After the cartoons, they suddenly say, Mama, I want to have Maggie. Where the craving for Maggie came up. It's in the media. So we need to know how media is manipulating us. How we need to be very much media literate before coming to the schools as well. And when I say it should be taught, of course, it should be a part of curriculum. We need media educators so that we should know how media is using us. Rather, we use the media or getting used by media itself.
So what if you could change your thing about social media? What would it be?
If I would have to change something about social media, I will change the terms and conditions apply. I will make them very much more concise, and I will make them very much mandatory that before you click on I agree, you should know what you're agreeing upon. Today, whatever changes are happening currently on the social media platforms, or we say uh, TikTok videos, my Instagram got hacked, my photograph was used somewhere else, why I'm watching this ad, why this suggestion is coming to me, why I'm getting jacket offers when the winters are sneaking in. I just spoke with my friend regarding let's go for a lunch, and I'm getting advertisement for hot food on Zomato. So these are the things which we have agreed upon directly or indirectly. So if I would have to change something about social media, I will make those terms and conditions more blunt so that everyone knows what they're signing up for.
So most of the people on social media or so-called influencers, they fake their personalities. Sometimes we can say, and some teenagers get influenced by them and pressurize their parents to get them that gadget or this thing, etc. So, what advice would you give to the teenagers and parents also regarding this?
Once upon a time, I was also a teenager, and in coming times, I might be a parent as well. So, this is a very. I will tell you something very funny. We go on social media, and there is a person who has a public profile again, and you say that person is influencing, or that person is having a different personality. But don't take that person as a fake person. Just take that person as a actor who is acting in such a way wherein you will go to his platform and see things. For example, I will say, I have a YouTube channel and you come on my YouTube channel to watch a video. In my real life, I'm a funk boy who is going out, chilling, relaxing. But on my social media platform, I'm making videos how to study 12 hours a day. You know? You can't say, Sharos, you are doing something wrong. You have a fake personality. What my platform is catering is something else. And you have signed up for that platform. You have not signed up for the other personality of mine, which is out of that platform. In that way, and when you ask for advice for the teenagers and the parents, I will say, always ask why. Because when I remember, when I used to ask my father, long back, I used to ask him, I want to watch cartoons, you know. My father used to say, you will become a cartoon if you watch cartoons. You know, it is quite funny. But it's true. You know, have you seen kids acting like a Doraemon when they are home? Because it's affecting their personality. Again, I say there was a research back then it was an Australian research in which they said one time will come when the TVs will become redundant in our living area. And today you don't have time to sit and scale the screen. You know, when you go in the kitchen, you're looking at the mobile phone. What's happening on the mobile phone? Someone's sitting on the laptop. We have so many things going on together. Things are becoming redundant. Again, if the child is asking something to a father or a mother, the first question should not be yes or no. It should be why. Because when you go on the media platform and you want something, you have certain mindset. You want something because of some reason. And the father or the mother should know what the reason are and can they replace the thing. So that's again we call it a safe space where you can come and your father and mother talks to you without judging you, what you're asking for, even if it's most of the useless thing it could be. But again, the safe space and the advisors just talk it up.
So can you explain a bit about filter bubbling?
The term correct terminology is filter bubble. What social media has done is most related to the social media. What happens is, let's talk about you and me, and we all have same friends on Instagram. We are following 10 people, and you are also following all the 10 people. Then we open the search feed of Instagram. You will see different things for you. What I will see is fat loss videos. I will have some educational videos, and I will have something about news. But if you open your Instagram, you will have something else. Currently, we call filter bubble as intellectual isolation. The media makes us see what we want to see because of our interest. And then what they do is they manipulate those thoughts. Manipulation of thoughts, what happens is you click on something and something same will come up. So your thoughts are manipulated throughout and through thin. And then you're into that filter bubble, you don't see anything which is happening outside. For example, I talk about you are looking at food videos and you will always see food recipes. You won't get out of that filter bubble. But if I'm seeing some healthy workouts, I will only see that thing. So that's a filter bubble, and you start living in it, and you start your brain working that way. That is how the media manipulates your thoughts, and that changes your shopping habits, that changes your eating habits, that changes everything.
So, how can teachers use media to teach their students?
See, as we have already spoken, media is everywhere. We need to educate our teachers to utilize all the media platforms in the classroom. Teachers, it's a very high time the teachers should start using the platform in the class to know what is happening in your and my life. If I'm a student, the teachers, we should have this safe space, I call, wherein we can come and share the experience, what is happening on the social media, what is happening on the media, what is happening on the Netflix series. I talk about cyberbullying, I talk about sex texting. We have to integrate these things into the classroom where the teacher should know, and you should also be very free enough to talk to the teacher. What happened to you when we were using last night, you were chatting with someone, what happened? So how can teachers utilize it? Teachers can innovate new ways. For example, they can start making up small videos or small movies, the project-based movies, wherein you will become a movie maker, and you will, when you make a movie, you know what aspects you're looking at. And when you watch a movie, you know how that movie was made. So you develop a critical thinking. I feel teachers should start utilizing the real-life examples into the classroom. For example, in the science class, if the teacher is teaching you how to detect the pH value of the shampoos, you should go home and you should get the shampoo bottle and check yourself what is the pH value in it. These kind of tools have to be integrated, and as well as teachers have to talk about the media credibility, or what is credibility on internet. Like we started with a question, does the owners of Facebook have told their children not to use media? Again, comes to the credibility. So we have to talk more about credibility. That's why the classroom will change, and you, me, and the coming generation will know how media is affecting everything.
Thank you for coming here, sir. At last, what advice would you like to give the teenagers regarding media literacy?
मैं ऐसा नहीं कहूँगा कि we need to give advice. I will always give you tips so that you can enjoy. Once we stop enjoying the process, we don't know the fun factor. Abhi, we are talking since long, and we're talking about all the do's and don'ts, But we have to talk about how to get the best out of it, because media is gonna be there. Take care. So first thing I would like to ask is always critically analyze. हर एक चीज के पीछे सवाल पूछो, क्यों, कैसे, ठीक है? And then think कि जो भी आप देख रहे हो, someone has made it for you. And why that person made it for you, you have to know. Because every message you see has a sender. ठीक है? So you have to see these aspects. Once you start questioning everything, you will see the world very differently, especially on social media. So this is how you will start enjoying also. So start creating your own content so that you are yourself a producer of media. And that's why you will understand what media has been made and how it's reaching out to you.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.